when did you first meet with Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh? When did that happen?
So I met with Coach Harbaugh for the first time. My official visit when I came and they played Wisconsin. That's when Jordan Lewis had that one-handed pick to seal the game off. And that was my first time ever meeting Coach Harbaugh in his office with my stepfather.
And so what made you want to decide to hook up in Michigan with him? Walk me through that process.
I think it was a no-brainer. But at the same time, Coach Brown had offered me when I was committed to Boston College. So I committed to Coach Brown, and he ended up getting the Michigan gig. So when he went to Michigan, we got back in contact, and then he offered me again, and that's someone who I wanted to play for. So make sure I committed again to play for Go Blue.
And yeah, exactly right. So why play? You decided to stick around, and then here comes the pandemic. Kwity, what was that like when the Big Ten said we're going to play, and then we're not going to play? And where were you and the rest of the team on that front when that was going down in the pandemic?
So we were practicing actually, and we took like a short break before we came back to do like our afternoon practice. So that's when obviously all our phones were blowing up, and like news of like the Big Ten has been canceled. And Coach Harbaugh had called a meeting on the outdoor field, and then he said, yeah, like they canceled the Big Ten season. But even though they canceled the season, we never stopped practicing. So nothing in our building changed. We were still practicing. Our schedule didn't change at all. So yeah.
So you wanted to play. You and predominantly everyone,
Yeah.
all the kids, everybody for the Maize and Blue wanted to play the 2020 season, and then you were told that
exactly, yeah,
not. I mean, what were you thinking about at that point in time, knowing that you stuck around, you didn't go in the draft, you were going to come back, and now you had a possibility of not playing a single down of football prior to your big, leap to the NFL? What was going through your mind at the time, Kwity Paye?
When they announced the news, like I remember just sitting down, like, man, like, I don't get to play my last season with my brothers, and I sat for a long time, and then even though they canceled the season, even though I had the opportunities to like go ahead and start training and get a jump on, everything, I was just like, I'll stick around, and I was teaching a bunch of the young guys everything I've learned over my 3 years at Michigan to leave them with some knowledge and whatnot, how to play the game and certain things I picked up over my time at Michigan. So even though they canceled the season, even though like I could have left, I made sure I stayed and I was with all my guys, because I was like, I'm never gonna play with you guys again. So might as well just enjoy my time while I can with you guys, and then they bring the season back, and I was like, all right, bet.
And then you unfortunately couldn't finish it yourself. How are you feeling right now? How are you ready to go?
I'm feeling great right now. Even though I got injured throughout the season, I made sure I came back, played that Penn State game, and that just so happened to be the last game before they canceled our last 3 games. So even though I wasn't 100% for the Penn State game, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything, just to be able to suit up with my brothers for the last time and whatnot. But then, yeah, I'm all healthy now. Exos fixed me completely, so yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. And I just want to give you the floor on this because it was a big to-do at the time. Some people were saying, and some people of note were saying, that Michigan was ducking Ohio State, using COVID as a shield. What do you say to something like that, Kwity Paye?
I mean, the media does what they want, and they portray stories and, try and gas things up. But now, like, we were all practicing. Like, we were looking forward to that game, even though the season didn't go as we wanted to. That's why you go to Michigan to play that game. Nobody was ducking smoke. If we could go back and play that game, like, we would all go back to school and play that game. So we wanted all the smoke. And yeah, like, I don't know where that narrative came from, but a lot of people on our team started getting COVID, and obviously we couldn't play with the outbreak. So if we could play, then we would have for sure played.
You wanted all that smoke, huh? I like it. I guess that's what you suit up for is for the smoke. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.